Businesses booming at local auto body shops after the recent snowfall. We went to Hagen's Auto Body in South Minneapolis, where they are currently working on 30 to 40 vehicles a day. They told us you have to be patient when it comes to getting your car fixed this time of year, but eventually things will slow down and get back to normal. The cost of the average repair from a winter fender bender is anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. And events like this will certainly keep auto body shops busy.
Yeah, already this winter we've had two huge multi-car crashes in the metro, one on Interstate 94 and another along Highway 169. And on Monday, traffic cameras caught this crash scene as it unfolded on I-35 near Ames, Iowa. More than 50 cars were involved and one person died. So that has Nicole from St. Paul and Oliver from Osseo wanting to know who pays when you're in a pileup. That's a good question for Heather Brown.
It's hard to watch after you know what happens.
Oh my goodness.
Stop, slow down.
Who pays for that?
Well, if it's a medical injury, it's an easy answer. If it's property damage, it's a lot more complicated.
Mark Calda is with the Insurance Federation of Minnesota.
If you're hurt in an accident, Minnesota law has this no-fault auto insurance. Your own insurance company pays for your medical injuries and the people in your car, their medical injuries.
But what about all of these car repairs? This was I-94 in Rogers over the weekend.
In property damage, we do have a traditional system where you have to figure out who was at fault.
Can you usually find who's at fault?
Sometimes it's hard.
And then the at-fault driver's insurance policy would pay.
In Minnesota, drivers are required to have liability insurance to pay if they cause the crash. For cars, the minimum is $10,000. For commercial trucks, it's $750,000. And for trucks carrying hazardous material, it's $5 million.
So if somebody has a minimum policy of only $10,000 and they end up causing an accident that has lots of claims, you know, those people are going to come after you. If your $10,000 pays out and there's still more owed, they're not going to go away. You're going to owe that out of your personal assets.
But what if no one or two or five drivers,
There are oftentimes people that have no idea who they hit or who hit them,
can be found at fault?
If that happens, you're going to have to fall back on your own policy called a collision coverage policy.
That's not required for all Minnesota drivers.
And if you don't have a collision policy and your car was damaged and nobody was at fault, you're kind of on your own in that case.
Really?
Yes.
To pay for all the damage
For
of the
your
car?
damage of your car, correct.
In the Rogers crash, the State Patrol gave out 5 citations. In last month's 23-car crash along 169, it gave out none.
So is the answer to who pays really, it depends?
It absolutely depends.
Heather Brown.
It really depends on if you get a good defense lawyer.
WCCO 4 News.
If you have a good question for Heather, just email it by going to WCCO.com/links.